I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And welcome to the first in-person Board of Education meeting for South River for 2021. It is nice to see everyone. In compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Laws of 1975 of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the South River Board of Education was provided in the following manner. On June 10th, 2021, the notice was delivered to the office of the South River Borough Clerk and posted at the Board of Education Administration Building. On June 10th, 2021, the notice was faxed, mailed to the following newspapers: Home News Tribune, Sentinel. On June 10th, 2021, the notice was posted at the South River Borough Clerk's office. Mr. Kokoska, would you call the roll?
Mr. Bazak? Here. Mr. Budson?
Mr. Budson has been excused.
Mrs. Bush?
Here.
Mrs. Byrne?
Here.
Mrs. Lowe?
Here.
Mr. Nielsen?
Here.
Mr. Rashatar?
Here.
Ms. Sadowski?
Here.
Mr. Bannick?
Here.
Ms. Almeida?
Thank you. And would you continue with the minutes, please?
Okay. There are 4 items on the agenda. No additions from our Monday meeting.
Okay, thank you. Board members, what is your pleasure on the minutes?
Move the minutes as read.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen. Second by Mr. Rashatar.
with the mask.
Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And use of facilities?
There are 4 items on the agenda for tonight: South River Parks and Recreation, the Right Ed School, Middlesex County SORT, and the Center for Responsive Schools.
Any questions or comments? Do we have a motion on this?
Nielsen, move use of facilities in accordance with board policies.
Second by Ms. Byrne. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. At this time, we'll ask Ms. Lowe to take care of the financial report.
Thank you. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby certifies that it is in receipt of the financial report which indicates that no major account has been overexpended and that sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year. The Finance Committee recommends that the reports of the Board Secretary and the Treasurer of School Monies for April 2021 be approved, and I so move.
We have a motion by Ms. Lowe.
Second by Nielsen.
Any questions? Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we're going to turn the meeting over to our superintendent for her report. Superintendent Searcher, please.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to begin today with just a very exciting presentation. Mr. Bouchard, our high school principal, is here tonight, and he will be presenting the Unsung Hero Award. I'll turn it over to him. He'll tell us a little bit about what the award is about and who is the fortunate recipient.
Thank you, Ms. Searcher. Joining us this evening, we have senior, you got used to that now, one day you're a senior, Eric Suarez. You want to come up? As a committee, Eric Suarez was selected as our unsung hero recipient because, as his counselor explained, he is a hardworking, respectful young man. He is beyond resilient. He is dedicated, friendly, and respectful. Eric has persevered when his family was going through adversity. As his family went through that adversity, he continued to push himself mentally and physically, receiving. He pushed himself mentally and physically, receiving great academic marks, and he excelled on the soccer field. He exemplifies the standards set forth as a student that distinguishes themselves in a unique way, models good citizenship, and has a quiet strength that inspires others. These are just a few of the reasons why Eric was selected as our unsung hero. Congratulations, Eric. We're looking forward to having you lead our building next year as a senior.
group of students we want to recognize today. We are so proud to announce again our Seal of Biliteracy award winners. Once again, we had the opportunity to celebrate those students who will receive a Seal of Biliteracy. And this Seal of Biliteracy was established to recognize high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in speaking a second language. So these students choose to take a very rigorous exam in a second language, and if they do well on that exam as per state standards, they receive this Seal of Biliteracy on their diploma. So we are very happy to announce that for the language of Spanish, Emma Pena, Enzo Chacoa Diaz, Leslie Vila, Neria Figueroa, Sabine Saavedra, and for Portuguese, Emily de Souza were our recipients this year. Very proud. And tonight our recognition doesn't end there. We are very, very happy to talk about some of our teachers and some of the work they have done this year. While the pandemic has presented many challenges in instructional programming, one of the positive outcomes that we have had is the development of our teachers' understanding of how learning may be enhanced through online opportunities. And to this end, several teachers at the high school and middle school participated in a rigorous and self-directed learning process to seek their Google Educator Level 1 certification. Earning this credential verifies that the teacher has learned the skills and tools to maximize the use of Google tools in the classroom. To earn this certification, teachers need to demonstrate use of these skills by taking an exam. South River School District is proud to announce that 39 staff members at the high school have earned their Google Level 1 certification. 9 staff members at the middle school completed the process and are also certified in Google Level 1. And 2 of those teachers have moved on to earn the even more rigorous Level 2 certification. The knowledge and skills our teachers committed to learning will of course benefit our students moving forward even while we're out of the pandemic. So we're really just so proud at the effort and just really the perseverance of our teachers not to just transition to online learning, but then also to go that extra step and really put in that hard work to do their best at it. Very, very excited about that. Summer months, we're finally here. Yesterday was our last day of school. We had our 8th grade promotion, our high school graduation. We couldn't have asked for a better day. The weather really cooperated. It was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. Our newest alumni is right here. She can tell us all about her experience from the other end. But it really was just a wonderful opportunity to be able to congratulate and celebrate our students in person. So we were very fortunate to have that opportunity again. But even as we move forward, we now have our students participating in our summer program that begins right after the 4th of July holiday. We have almost 100 students enrolled in that full-time summer program, and we have additional students enrolled in our enrichment programs as well. So we're very excited for those opportunities this summer. We have SAT prep also available, credit recovery available at the high school, a whole host of opportunities. So please go on our district website. You can click on the tab that says Summer Opportunities, and there by grade level you will see everything that's available for your child this summer. So I really encourage you to do that. We held 3 Q&A sessions this month. We started with 2. We had such a great response from parents, we had to add a session, which is something we look forward to. So 3 really well-attended and great Q&A sessions. We covered a lot of ground, everything from what school will look like in September to what curriculum are we teaching and what changes are coming in our curriculum. So we had some really healthy, good discussions. We will be posting the Q&A, the questions, and the responses to those questions on our district website, and we'll be translating those in various languages as well. Some of the more common questions were, what will school look like in September? And we are extremely hopeful and ready to begin school, as we've always had our school opening prior to the pandemic. That is our plan right now. We will go back to school full-time, 5 days a week, with just a regular school environment as we've always had. So if conditions remain the same, that's what we're looking at for the upcoming school year. So we're very excited about that. Along with my report, Dr. Trevisano shared some things in curriculum. I think we'll be going over those, Ms. Bush. Okay. And with that concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Zurcher. Just want to ask one thing. I think what I learned from this Zoom environment is it made it very easy to have those Q&A sessions. Do you think something like that might be something could be considered when a topic does come up in the future for the school year? Maybe give that some consideration. I don't want you to answer now, obviously.
No, but we did notice that the convenience of it could have definitely been what really maximized that attendance at those sessions. I have held them in person before and definitely had not had the same response. So the convenience of it puts us in a position where we definitely could offer them virtually and maybe do a combination, some virtual, some in person.
Right, yeah, in case any topic comes up that needs that type of atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Board members, your pleasure on the superintendent's report.
Move the superintendent's report as read.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Nielsen, a second by Mr. Bazak. Do any other board members have any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. At this time, the Board of Education is going to open the meeting up to the reception of visitors. At this time, the public may address agenda items only. There will be another public session at the end of this meeting to address any Board of Education items. But for right now, this is for agenda items only. We ask that you come to the podium, state your name and address, and please keep your comments to a 10-minute limit. First call, second call, third call, and we'll close this public portion. Thank you. Under the President of the Board, we have several resolutions to read tonight. Many of them we did read on Monday for retirement and also for other recognitions. We'll start as they come in order. So the first one is for Mr. Nielsen. Amy Bauer?
Is Ms. Bauer here?
She is not here.
Okay. So I'll just read it from here.
Great.
Resolution, whereas Amy Bauer served the students of the South River School District from 2009 to 2021, and whereas Amy Bauer served as speech correction, language therapist at the primary, elementary, middle, and high schools, and distinguished herself by her enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her. And whereas Amy Bauer's service to the school district was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment. Now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 24th, 2021 public meeting, and that a copy of same be presented to Amy Bauer. Kenneth J. Kukuska, Board Secretary, Cynthia Urbanek, President.
Thank you. What is your pleasure, Mr. Nielsen? Do you want to do Jody
I'll go with
Imanigo?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Jody?
He's here.
You got it. Well, if I gotta stand, you gotta stand. Yeah, you know, I am, believe me, my family will tell you the same too. I'm loud enough. Ready? Resolution, whereas Jody Evanigo has served the students of South River School District as a dedicated school social worker, and whereas Jody Evanigo use of effective instruction technique and methods were outstanding, and whereas Jody Evanigo establishment of productive community climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership, and whereas Jody Evanigo has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by her honesty and commitment to the social work profession. And resolved, the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 24th, 2021, wishes to recognize Jody Evanigo for selection of the 2021 Governor's Educational Services Professional of the Year program representing the elementary school. And be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 24th, 2021, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of this meeting, and that a copy of this resolution be presented to Jody Evanigo. Kenneth J. Kukuska, Board Secretary. Cynthia Urbanek, President. And the State of New Jersey Department of Education 2021 Governor's Educator of the Year program awarded this certificate of recognition to Jody Evanigo in honor of the contributions of being an outstanding educator in a New Jersey public school. Angelica Allen McMillan, Acting Commissioner of Education. Congratulations.
I just speak.
You want to speak?
No.
No?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Speaking up full day.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Okay, on our agenda, the next recipient would be 5.7, and Nicole Ms. Sadowski.
And that one is.
She is not here.
Okay,
However, 5.15, Nicole Logan is here.
okay. I'll do the one who's not here first, and then is that your pleasure? Okay. So, resolution, Janice Kaminsky Cortez served the students of the South River School District from 2001 to 2021. And whereas Janice Kaminsky Cortez served as primary school teacher, elementary school teacher, morning duty staff, extended school year staff, curriculum writer, adult school staff, academic support, enrichment, extended day program staff, mentor, before and after school fast forward program staff, breakfast program supervisor, and summer enrichment program staff, and distinguished herself by her enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her. And whereas Janice Kaminsky Cortez served the school district as was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment. Now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 24th, 2021 public meeting, and that a copy of the same be presented to Janice Kaminsky Cortez. Kenneth J. Costa, Board Secretary, and Cynthia Urbanek, President. That's one. And resolution, whereas Nicole Logan has served the students of the South River School District as a dedicated teacher, and whereas Nicole Logan's use of effective instruction techniques and methods were outstanding, and whereas Nicole Logan's establishment of productive classroom climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership, and whereas Nicole Logan has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by her honesty and commitment to the teaching profession. And resolved, the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 24th, 2021, wishes to recognize Nicole Logan for selection to the 2021 Governor's Educator of the Year program representing the elementary school. And be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education, at its public meeting of June 24th, 2021, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of this meeting, and that a copy of this resolution be presented to Nicole Logan. Kenneth J. Krikasa, Board Secretary, and Cynthia Urbanek, President. Number 2. The State of New Jersey Department of Education for the 2021
the 2020-2021 Governor's Educator of the Year program awarded this certificate of recognition to Nicole Logan in the honor of the contributions of being an outstanding educator in the New Jersey Public Schools. Congratulations.
The floor is yours.
I just wanted to thank you, board members, administration, my fellow teachers, and community. Am I loud enough?
Actually, I'm on the recording.
I just wanted to extend my gratitude. This is definitely an honor, and when you are nominated by anybody, just the nomination in itself is honorable, and it's not something that is taken very lightly at all. So I just wanted to thank you. Thanks to the public. My students that I have had have taught me probably more than what I, have taught them. But it's definitely a win for me because it's these children that really change who we are and has made me the educator that I am today. So I just wanted to thank my old students this year. I wanted to thank my old students and just honor them because they are really a reflection of myself. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we have our Vice President, Ms. Bush, to present two.
I have two, and I believe Annette Lang is not here this evening. Okay, and Deborah Pfeiffer as well. So I'm just gonna go in order. Okay, so my resolution reads, whereas Annette Lang served the students of the South River School District from 2007 to 2020, and whereas Annette Lang served as elementary school teacher, middle school mathematics teacher, gifted and talented advisor, elementary school team leader, summer school enrichment program staff, curriculum writer, professional development presenter, before and after school academic support instructor, math teacher, and elementary school talent show co-advisor, and distinguished herself by her enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her. Whereas Annette Lang's service to the school district was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment, now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 24th, 2021 public meeting, and that a copy of the same be presented to Annette Lang. Signed, Kenneth J. Kokoska, Board Secretary, and Cynthia Urbanek, Board President. Okay. Second resolution for Deborah Pfeiffer. Resolution reads, whereas Deborah Pfeiffer has served the students of South River School District as a dedicated school counselor, and whereas Deborah Pfeiffer uses effective instruction techniques and methods that were outstanding, and whereas Deborah Pfeiffer establishment of productive community climate and rapport with students demonstrated inspirational leadership, and whereas Deborah Pfeiffer has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by her honesty and commitment of the school counseling profession, and resolved that the South River Board of Education at its public meeting of the June 24th, 2021 wishes to recognize Deborah Pfeiffer for selection at the 2021 Governor's Educational Service Professional of the Year program representing South River High School, and be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education at its public meeting of June 24th, 2021 wish to have these sentiments read upon the minutes at this meeting, and a copy of this resolution be presented to Deborah Pfeiffer. Signed, Kenneth J. Kokoska, Board Secretary, and Cynthia Urbanek, Board President. And then there's a follow-up to that. Everyone who does the Governor's Award gets two recognitions. So the New Jersey State Department of Education 2021 Governor's Educator of the Year program awarded a certificate of recognition to Deborah Pfeiffer in honor of her contributions as being an outstanding educator in New Jersey public schools, and it's signed by the Acting Commissioner of Education, Dr. Angelica Allen McMillan, and congratulations.
Thank you. Our next item is 5.9, Dawn McCann.
Ms. Barr, please. Dawn's not here, correct? Resolution, whereas Dawn McCann served the students of the South River School District from 2000 to 2021, and whereas Dawn McCann served as middle school mathematics teacher, middle school reading teacher, summer school staff, curriculum writer, before and after school academic support instruction, mathematics teacher, Title I summer intervention program staff, hall door duty monitor, extended day staff, collector of middle school revenues, mentor and 7th and 8th grade coordinator, and distinguished herself by her enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her. And whereas Dawn McCann's service to the school district was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 24th, 2021 public meeting, and that a copy of the same be presented to Dawn McCann. Signed, Kenneth J. Kokoska, Board Secretary, and Cynthia Urbanek, President. Congratulations.
Now, Ms. Lell, if you would do your two, please.
Yes, thank you. My first resolution will be for Noreen Salvaggio. She's not here this evening, which is interesting. Both my boys had Noreen, and I had Nicole in study hall. So it has come around. So here we go. Resolution, whereas Noreen Salvaggio served the students of the South River School District from 1998 to 2020, and whereas Noreen Salvaggio served as middle school art teacher, hall door duty monitor, curriculum writer, breakfast program supervisor, lunchroom supervisor, summer school staff, adult school teacher, mentor, and site worker, and distinguished herself by her truly enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her. And whereas Noreen Salvaggio's service to the school district was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 24th, 2021 public meeting, and that a copy of same be presented to Noreen Salvaggio. Signed, Kenneth J. Kokoska, Board Secretary, Cynthia Urbanek, President. Resolution. Whereas Patricia Tercy Medina served the students of South River High School District from 2003 to 2021, and whereas Patricia Tercy Medina served as middle school language arts teacher, elementary school teacher, poetry writing advisor, newspaper advisor, drama co-advisor, teacher leader, summer enrichment program staff, enrichment extended day program staff, summer school staff, lunchroom monitor, extended school year teacher, hall door duty monitor, mentor, academic support instruction before and after school staff, curriculum writer, and professional development presenter, and distinguished herself by her enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her. And whereas Patricia Tercy Medina's service to the school district was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 24, 2021 public meeting, and that a copy of same be presented to Patricia Tercy Medina.
I don't need, it's a teacher's voice. You all know. I just want to thank everybody for letting me be part of the South River School District. Bam. And plus I needed to hear it, because I'm still quite pinching myself. I see it in print, but I need to be here tonight to hear it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Thurston.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Mr. Urvashatar?
Loretta's not here, correct?
No, she is not, so you can do it right from there.
Resolution, whereas Loretta Zoltanki served the students of South River School District from 2001 to 2020, and whereas Loretta Zoltanki served as middle school language arts teacher, mentor, summer school staff, breakfast duty, chess club monitor, lunchroom monitor, after-school monitor, hall duty monitor, sixth grade coordinator, curriculum writer, adult school teacher, after-school academic support instruction program staff, and parent compact ISIP development staff, and distinguished herself by her enthusiastic devotion to her profession by accepting all responsibilities assigned to her. And whereas Loretta Zoltanki's service to the school district was marked by her honesty, integrity, and commitment, now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 24th, 2021 public meeting, and that a copy of same be presented to Loretta Zoltanki. Signed, Kenneth Kokoska, Board Secretary, Cynthia Urbanek, Board President. Congratulations, and I guess happy retirement.
Yeah. The next resolution I have the honor of doing. If I could unflip this. And I would like to ask Lauren that you join me in front, please. How's it feel to be a graduate? So we have a resolution here for you that reads, whereas Lauren Almeida served as a student representative to the South River Board of Education from July 2020 to June 2021, and whereas Lauren Almeida served her fellow students effectively and diligently by her contribution to the student community, by her participation in the Board of Education meetings, and her high interest in the educational welfare of the student community. And whereas the South River Board of Education recognizes Lauren Almeida's outstanding dedication to her duties as student representative to the Board of Education through her demonstrated leadership qualities and wishes her the best in all her future endeavors. And now therefore be it resolved that this resolution be adopted, spread upon the minutes of the June 24th, 2021 public meeting, and that a copy of same be delivered to Lauren Almeida. Signed, Kenneth J. Kokoska, Board Secretary, Cynthia Urbanek, President. Congratulations.
I just wanted to thank everyone here for this amazing opportunity to give the students a voice. I appreciate it so much. Even though this year was particularly difficult and definitely not expected for my senior year, this opportunity was really, really cherished by me. So thank you all so much.
Good luck in your future, Lauren.
Thank you.
And now we have Mr. Besa to read another recognition.
Is John here?
Yep, he's there.
Resolution. Whereas John Coran has served the students of South River School District as a dedicated teacher, and whereas John Coran's use of effective instruction techniques and methods were outstanding, and whereas John Coran's establishment of productive classroom climate and rapport with students demonstrates inspirational leadership, and whereas John Coran has developed feelings of self-worth and love of learning in students by his honesty and commitment to the teaching profession, and resolved the South River Board of Education at its public meeting on June 24, 2021, wishes to recognize John Coran for selection to the 2021 Governor's Educator of the Year program, presenting the high school, and be it further resolved that the South River Board of Education at its public meeting on June 24, 2021, wishes to have these sentiments spread upon the minutes of this meeting and a copy of the resolution to be presented to John Coran. Kenneth J. Kokoska, Board Secretary, Cynthia Urbanik, President. Congratulations. This is from the State of New Jersey Department of Education 2020-21 Governor's Educator of the Year Program. Awarded this to Certificate of Recognition to John Coran in honor of his contributions of being an outstanding educator in a New Jersey public school. Angelica Allen McMillan, Acting Commissioner of Education.
Thank you very much for this recognition. It's an absolute pleasure. One of the things that always brings the South River is the community. Being a small community, it's awesome having siblings, because we get to make fun of the other siblings in class. But it really is fun being in such a small community, especially with the teachers as well. We are a tight-knit group. We all support each other, and we all support the students. So thank you very much for giving me the privilege of teaching here and your children. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That concludes our recognitions and resolutions. At this time, we will go to the consent resolution. Mr. Kokoska.
The South River Board of Education, by means of a consent resolution, adopt various resolutions of a routine and non-controversial nature at one time, and whereas the below listed resolutions are hereby adopted by the said Board of Education in whole, as if the same were individually acted upon. Under President of the Board, items 5.1 through 5.21. In the Building and Grounds, items 7.1. Finance, items 8.1 through 8.40. Under Instruction, items 9.1 through 9.6. Under Negotiations, items 10.1. Policy and Legislation, items 11.1 through 11.6. Human Resources, 12.1 through 12.55. And Safety and Risk, 13.1 and 13.2.
Thank you.
That's all I got.
Board members, is there a motion on the consent resolution?
Nielsen.
We have a motion by Mr. Nielsen.
Well,
Second by Ms. Lell. Are there any questions, comments, or abstentions on any of these items? Mr.
Madam
Nielsen.
President, 5.21, I'll abstain from that one, please.
So noted.
And Madam President, I'll abstain from item 12.1.
So noted. All right, anyone else? Mr. Kokoska, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Bazak?
Yes.
Mrs. Bush?
Yes.
Mrs. Byrne?
Yes.
Mrs. Lell?
yes.
Mr. Nielsen?
Yes.
Mr. Roshatar?
Yes.
Ms. Sadowski?
Yes.
Mr. Vanek?
Yes. Thank you, the motion carries. At this time, we are going to go into our committee reports. Everyone is welcome to stay or not.
You've already seen the most exciting portion of the night, folks.
Yeah. So thank you, congratulations to all.
Congratulations.
Nancy, he's yours.
Man.
I know, he looks like you.
Thank you.
Hey, have a good night.
Fine. Okay, so for our first committee report, athletics and extracurricular, Ms. Sadowski.
There's nothing to report on the agenda for tonight.
Okay, thank you. Buildings and grounds, Mr. Nielsen?
There's nothing new to report, but I would like to acknowledge Steve's crew, Mark, Chris, Tom, and Mike for the well job they did yesterday with setting up for both the 8th grade moving up ceremony and high school graduation. They did a really great job, and they were there throughout the entire day. Just like to make sure that Mr. Blodge and his crew are well aware of how much we appreciate the hard work they do for us. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Mr. Nielsen, do you know when the track is going to be shut down for?
I can't, right now, Mr. Kokoska, any?
Well, the way we have our signs, it says July 1st.
Okay.
So nothing sooner, it's only a bit away, but July 1st is
Thursday.
I think they don't think we're in executive session.
Oh, we are not in executive session.
Yeah.
Sure,
Tell them they're welcome to be in here.
yes.
Yeah, they don't.
Yes, the meeting is open. But since we are, maybe they're out there congratulating each other, could they? Yeah.
I saw Ed down to me that make me quite excited.
I think everybody's got one minute.
Sorry for the miscommunication. This meeting is still open until an announcement would be made that we're going into closed, and then we would ask you to leave, but not now. So we are just going over our committee reports. We already had the athletics and extracurricular, and Mr. Nielsen for our buildings and grounds. And I had just asked a question regarding the track and when it is not going to be available. And when was that?
July 1st.
July 1st. The track is going to be resurfaced. Thank you. Finance, Ms. Lowe?
8.1 through 8.29 we went through on Monday, but I would like to read the remaining information, starting with 8.30, which is addition approved transfer of the 2021 year surplus to capital reserve maintenance reserve. 8.31, addition approved contract weatherproofing technologies Inc., Board of Education building roof replacement project, bid number ESCNJ/AEPA-21D. 8.32, addition approve award RFQ lease purchase interest rate First Hope Bank NA. 8.33, addition approve contract learning tree multicultural multilingual evaluation and consulting Inc., bilingual child study team evaluation services provider for the 21-22 school year. 8.34, addition approved contract RT Educational Consulting LLC, Portuguese psychological assessment services provider for the 21-22 school year. 8.35, addition approved contract Anna T. Ferreira, Portuguese speech/language assessment services provider for the 21-22 school year. 8.36, addition approved reject award the 21-22 bid number 21-09 custodial supplies various vendors. 8.37 was addition accept FEMA grant. 8.38 was addition approved contract Effective School Solutions LLC mental health services provider for the 21-22 school year. 8.39 was addition approved reject award for the 21-22 school year bid number 21-07 athletic trainer equipment various vendors. And 8.40 was addition approved contract Imagine Learning Inc. virtual learning services provider for the 2021 and 21-22 school years. The only other thing that I was hoping to mention is that if anybody looks at our agenda, they will see a couple of financial items related to the Hatikva, to Pillars Academy, and to the Rule Arquam, which goes within our purview of the district in case anybody had questions why they were there. And that is all that I have for this evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Instruction, Ms. Bush?
Sure, we had, in addition to the 3 from Monday evening, we have 3 additions for tonight that I'd like to review. So it's 9.4, addition approved professional development and travel expenses, 2020-2021 school year. 9.5, addition approved disposal of technology equipment. And 9.6 is addition accept book donations. I also, I'd like to do this one in memory of Tony because, you know, he was always asking this question. So Sylvia was kind enough to send me the post-secondary plans for the class of 2021. That's your group. I'd like to know where you're attending. Maybe you could share at the end after I report out. But just so that you know, we have 152 students that completed the exit survey. I'm not sure if that's the complete graduating class. But of the 152 surveyed, we have 70.4% attending a 2 or 4 year college or university after graduation, which was last evening. Also something noteworthy, these students are attending not only New Jersey schools and state schools, such as Rutgers, FDU, Kane, Monmouth, Montclair, but they're also attending schools out of state, like Florida State, Lehigh, and Pitt, which is the few that I wrote down, and a variety of fields from engineering and nursing, biology, I believe I saw, was it gaming? I believe I saw the gaming career on here as well. We have several who are going right into the trades, whether they're going to continue their trade skills at a 2-year trade school or VOTEC. Some are going into future employment. But we do have 3 that I have to recognize because South River will be recognizing or honoring 3 people going into the military, and they're going to be serving in the Army, and in the Marines, and in the Navy. So we have 3 going forward there. Yes, and Lauren, you're going to be
Going to the University of Pittsburgh on a full tuition.
nice, major
Congratulations.
Yes.
It's one of our favorite cities.
So, I also want to recognize Dr. Trevisano's monthly report. Although Ms. Searcher has already made reference to some of it, just want to recap that we do have several summer programs taking place that they've been working very hard to prepare for. So we have remedial courses that are combining with their Right at School program. So students can get additional support in English and math in grades 1 through 7 if they're participating in that summer camp. We also have enrichment activities in robotics, STEM, arts, and drama. As well as at the high school, we have the SAT prep and some credit recovery so that students who were not successful this past year can recoup some credit so that they can graduate with their peers. Again, I feel like this is something Dr. Trevisano does as an ongoing comment on his monthly report, but we have so much curriculum that has to be revised. We are looking at writing, revising 80 curriculum over the summer and writing 19 new curriculum, and that is in particular the math adoption for K to 8. And again, we are always looking to recruit highly qualified staff to the South River School District, so that is yet another one of his many tasks. And we have quite a few shoes to fill after all these retirements. So, and that is all I have for this evening.
Thank you. There are no new items under negotiations. That was approved from the consent resolution and Monday's meeting. Under policy and legislation, Mr. Rashatar.
Thank you, Mrs. Urbanek. There's nothing to add to what was presented on Monday.
Thank you. Our next committee report, Human Resources, Mr. Bezak.
Thank you, Madam President. On Monday, I read items 12.1 through 12.38, and tonight I have 17 additional items.
Yes, you do.
Item 12.39, addition approved transfer Alexis Davidson from middle school physical education teacher to high school physical education teacher, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.40, addition approved resignation Melanie Borowski, elementary school ASI teacher. Item 12.41, addition approve appoint Laura Clemente Gravano, clerical substitute, summer of 2021. Item 12.42, addition approve teachers leaders 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.43, addition approve Alana Kimmel, preschool classroom paraprofessional 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.44, addition approve Hanan Nashad, preschool classroom paraprofessional 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.45, addition approved Maria Jose Montalban, preschool classroom paraprofessional 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.46, addition approved Shortrace Martin, preschool classroom paraprofessional 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.47, addition approved Purva Maida, preschool classroom paraprofessional 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.48, addition approved Rubicelina Alafida Cruz, preschool classroom paraprofessional 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.49, addition, approve, appoint additional academic remediation and enrichment staff, summer 2021. Item 12.50, addition, approve, appoint Natalie Farapan, middle school physical education teacher, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.51, addition, approve, appoint Lisa Malik Gasper, occupational therapist, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.52, addition, approve contract Joseph Travisano, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.53, addition, approve, appoint Sarah Augustin, preschool teacher, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.54, approve superintendent's evaluation. Item 12.55, addition, approve, rescind retirement for Maureen Rita Lunchade, and that's all I have.
Thank you. For our safety and risk management report, Ms. Sadowski.
Thank you, Mrs. Urbanek. There's one additional item on the agenda for this evening. Item 13.2 is an addition approved the 2021 Summer Transportation Routes Educational Services Commission of New Jersey. Wow. Sorry. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. We all have to get used to this live.
Yeah, I'm used to unmuting myself.
Thank you. School community relations, Ms. Byrne.
Thank you. This is the same as Monday, middle school May students of the month. Grade 6 for English Language Arts, Michaela Bove. Grade 7, Julia Kret and Kaya Lipman. Grade 8, Ruth Garcia and Kaden Bird. Math, grade 6, Miranda Lizardo. Grade 7, Carly Vasquez. Grade 8, Brandon Sila. Science, grade 6, Miranda Lizardo. Grade 7, Ashley Borosovic. Grade 8, Dulce Gutierrez. Social Studies, grade 6, Ray Crescio Garcia and Isis Miller. Grade 7, Luisiana Marquez. Grade 8, Juliana Jackson. ESL for grade 6, Stanislav Rabowski. For PE, grade 6, Timothy Arnold. Grade 7, Anna Simoes. Grade 8, Elizabeth Branson. And for the cycle, grade 6, Joshua Regunga. Grade 7, Aaliyah Lopez. And grade 8, Carlos Gonzalez. And that's all.
Thank you. Our next committee report is our School Board Borough Council Liaison Committee. Mr. Nielsen.
Nothing new to report tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Our PTA Liaison, Ms. Sadowski.
Thank you. There were a couple of end of school year events that took place that the PTA held. The elementary school had a ABC countdown to the end of the year where every day was a different letter and they did a different event. Either they had a dress up theme or they did other things too. They really seemed to enjoy it. And at the primary school, they had a bubble dance party, which I did attend, and the kids had a blast. Fire department came and soaked them with the food. They had so much fun. And I just want to thank all the PTAs for all their efforts that they put into this school year. I know the kids really appreciated it, and the parents especially appreciated it, because it was some kind of normalcy that happened. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Our South River Public Library Liaison, Mr. Bezak.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to mention that Evelina and her staff have put together a terrific program for the summer for residents and children of all ages. To mention a few, little learner story time, virtual yoga for adults, story time at the community garden. You know, I think everybody, you know, if you want to attend any of these, you could go onto the South River Library website at southriverlibrary.org. It'll have all the classes, the times, and, you know, make use of the library. They're open 6 days a week, and these ladies work hard to put everything together. And that's all I have.
Thank you. And our South River Foundation for Educational Excellence Liaison, Mr. Rochator.
Thank you. There's nothing to add to what was presented on Monday.
Thank you. And our Student Board Representative Alumni, Ms. Almeida.
Nothing new to add, but I just want to thank you all again for having me this year. And I also wanted to just commend and the amazing weather we had yesterday. I'm so thankful to end my high school career on such a high note, and so thankful.
Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Yes, good luck.
Okay, Mr. Parton, do you have any report for us this evening?
No report for in public, thank you.
Thank you. Is there any old or new business to come before the board? And we will move on to the payment of the bills. Ms. Lowe.
Thank you. The Finance Committee recommends that all bills presented, having been certified by the School Business Administrator Board Secretary, be paid as listed, and I so move.
Thank you. We have a motion by Ms.
Second.
Lowe. We have a second by Mr. Nielsen. Any questions or comments on the bill list? All in favor? Aye. So carries. Okay, thank you. At this time, we are going to again open the meeting to the public for the reception of visitors. And the public may address any concern or comment that they may have for the board. We ask you to please come to the podium, state your name and address, and please keep your comments to a 10-minute time limit. Anyone wishing? Good evening.
My name is this on? Oh, yes, okay. I'm not used to any kind of public speaking, but thank you, Madam President and fellow board members, for allowing me to speak again. My name is Gina Price. My address is 14 Caroline Drive. 1 month ago, I addressed the board with some fairly straightforward questions. With school-age children being the least affected by COVID, why are they still in masks in school? What is the science behind this? What is the data used to make this decision? What is our current rate of transmission within our schools? I have been requesting this from lawmakers and our district's administration for over a month. And although Ms. Zurcher and Dr. Trevisano, thank you again for reaching out to me to discuss these topics further, they've always responded promptly and thoroughly as possible. But these questions are still not answered. This is not acceptable. And as a parent and a resident, I'm mad. I'm very angry. This is not, all I'm simply asking for is the science behind this. Why are we keeping the children in masks? So with that being said, all I'd like to be shown is the science that proves that masking our kids in school as young as 3 has a proven risk-benefit analysis. I'm also aware the district plan for the 21-22 school year must be submitted soon to the state. Other districts have included in their plan that they will make masks optional in September, and I urge you to consider following their path until some of these questions can finally be answered. Our children do deserve that. With teachers having the NJEA to support and protect them, I can't help but question, who do our children have to advocate for them within the school system? I won't back down until I have the answers or the masks become optional. My hope is that you will not be complacent and ask the hard questions as well until you get answers. If this is truly about science, all I want to know is, where is it? Thank you.
Ms. Price, thank you very much for your questions. With regard to the science, I can't speak to that, but what I can speak to is that this board, by way of our superintendent, has been following the guidelines issued by the CDC and the Department of Education, which we are required to do so by law. We have always followed the letter of the law when it comes to the guidance that is presented to a public school system. And again, with regard to the science, that came, I guess, from the smart people down in Trenton who were coming up with these guidelines and this guidance for public schools to follow. As far as the next school year, I'm going to let Ms. Zurcher answer this question if she has any information.
Sure. Well, the first thing I can tell you is that our reopening plan is posted on our district website. So if you go to the COVID tab right on the front page of our district website, we submitted it to the state last week, and we posted it right in the COVID tab, where we keep posting all of our updates. So you can take a look there. In regards to the language related to masks in that plan, it basically states what Mrs. Urbanek just said, that we will continue to follow the guidelines. So what that means for us is that we as a district will not make the decision to mask children or require masks unless we are told to do so by the state. So we are in a position to say masks will be optional unless they are required by the state. So as long as that requirement is not in existence, we as a group will not make that requirement.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I do appreciate you letting me speak to you all and address my concerns. I know there's plenty of parents who do feel the same way. And I respect everyone's right to choose to wear them or not. It's just something that I've seen with my very young children. So I do greatly appreciate it, but there hasn't been any kind of update from the Murphy administration regarding.
Do you want to speak to that, Mr.
Yeah.
Parton?
Yes, the answer is, you're right. There has not been a recent update from the Murphy administration. The only news that we all got, and everybody got it at the same time because it was sent out, interestingly enough, by a tweet. You know what I'm talking about, the extreme heat exception, which was created possibly out of thin air. And very suddenly, and handed down to the superintendents, Ms. Zurcher, among the other 611 superintendents who were handed this and told after a year of this is what you're going to do, superintendents were told, well, you make your decision, good luck with that. It's been an awkward and difficult time, but the Murphy administration, the CDC, and the Department of Education all have jurisdiction over this school district. So as far as the signs go, your question is a completely legitimate question. It's one that we can't answer because the science is not ours to determine when we get an executive order or a CDC guidance that says, here's what you're going to do. Our state aid, our federal aid is tied to those following that guidance, and every other school district in the state is in that predicament as well. Tonight, there are 3 kids in school without masks on right now. It's a new era, or maybe an old era. That's the first time, so that's terrific. And as Ms. Zurcher said, this board and this administration will not require masks unless somebody requires us to require masks. And that goes for any student. Everyone's welcome to wear them, but there is no requirement for masks unless that is dictated to us by the state level. So far, everyone has heard the governor say that students under 12, he's still not sure. However, we have not heard any mandate that there's going to be masking in school for any individuals yet. When that comes, if there is a mandate, one way or the other, there may be a mandate that says you can't require masks at all, and we will not. There may be a mandate that says a certain population is required to wear them, and we will enforce that if we are required to. Otherwise, no social distancing, no barriers, no masks. Business as usual, a very 2019 sort of way. And that is our hope, and I think it's every school district's hope. But this district, even if the board voted 9-0, and the superintendent made the recommendation, and I said it made perfect sense legally, we are still under the authority of people outside of this particular zip code. So far, they have not spoken to the 21-22 school year yet.
You know, it's something I have been following, just to know where we go from here as a family, just for my children's education. I do want them to have the best, but going back to the tweet that you had mentioned, I do feel for you all, everyone within the school district, because it's very it kind of contradicts itself in many ways. And I know that you're all being put in a very tough position. So that's why when I do come to speak to you all, I come from a place of, I would love to find a mutual understanding or to hear more of what you have heard about any kind of information.
And what
So-
I can say is that we have not received a mandate that says we will be wearing masks in September either. So we are moving forward as if we are opening school like a regular school year. We're looking at a full day, 5 days a week, following our regular school calendar. We are in person as of September. So right now, we are planning on opening the school as if it were a regular school year. That's how we're moving forward. The plan that you referenced, that I mentioned is on our district website, is to be updated every 60 days. So we fully anticipate that before the start of school, we'll be able to update that plan once again. At minimum, right? We can update it whenever we feel we need to or want to. But at minimum, it will be updated again 60 days before the start of the school year.
Okay, well, I will go and take a look, but I thank you all again for your time. It really means a lot to me.
Ms. Price, thank you very much for coming, yes, and please know that at any time, I think you've already found this out, our superintendent is available to you, and we truly appreciate you coming forward and letting us know what's on your mind, because that represents the community.
No.
And I hope we've answered some of your questions or given you a better sense of which direction you are going to go in. As you've heard our superintendent say, come September, it's all masks off.
I hope so. I definitely hope so. The
Thank
more
you very
normal,
much
the
for
better.
coming.
But thank you all again.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, is there anyone else from the public who would like to come forward at this time? First call, second call, third call. Seeing none, we will close this public session. At this time now, the board is going to go into closed session. So resolve that pursuant to sections 7 and 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, the following subjects be discussed at a session of the Board of Education closed to the public, and that is attorney-client privilege and negotiations and personnel. It is presently anticipated that the items to be discussed in closed session can be disclosed to the public when resolved. Is there a motion?
Nielsen.
Bush. Motion by Mr. Nielsen, second by Ms. Bush. Roll call?
Mr. Mazak?
Yes.
Mrs. Bush?
Yes.
Mrs. Byrne?
Yes.
Mrs. Lowe?
Yes.
Mr. Nielsen?
Yes.
Mr. Rashatar?
Yes.
Ms. Sadowski?
Yes.
Mr. Vatic?
Yes. Thank you. On mic. Good luck.